fishies, welcome back to our lovely Smash mural. We're almost finished with it, which is crazy. This week is Ryu from Street Fighter, which I don't know a ton about. The main fighting game I played was Mortal Kombat, so it's not really my forte, but I looked a little bit into it, and apparently um, Ryu was originally not gonna be a karate fighter dude. He was going to be a Caucasian man in a leather jacket, but then they were like, nah, karate though. But they still liked that idea, so that's why Terry exists. Which isn't quite a leather jacket, but I kind of get it. Um, but they designed him after an actual karate fighter named Mas Oyama, which I think I pronounced that right. Um, and he was very famous in the 90s, which is about when Street Fighter came out. And apparently, the series was so popular that there have been multiple, like, spin off games, as well as a manga and a movie, and maybe an anime. I'm not sure about that last one, though. But the essential idea of it was Ryu was an orphan picked up by a karate guru. I forgot his name, but it starts with a with a G. And it reminded me of the word Goku, so. But anyways, he was trained in martial arts from a young age, and he wanted to become the truest warrior to ever live. As you do. And apparently on his belt is the Japanese kanji for all the elements, because it's, being one with nature, I guess. I never really took karate, so I don't know entirely what it's all about. I just watched The Karate Kid as a kid. So I know to wax on and wax off, but I don't think I could ever catch a fly with chopsticks. I don't think my skill set's ever gonna be that good. I don't even know if Ryu's skill set is that good, but that's what I think of. And he is best friends with Ken. Essentially, Ken is the child of his mentor, so they're like playdate buddies. But they have similar movesets in like all of their games, but they tend to try and keep opposites for color schemes to make it easier to tell who is who, because it's always the worst in a fighting game when you can't tell which one is you and which one is the other person. That's why Smash has different skin alterations. So you could all be the same person and still know who you are. I did also learn that there is a big scary guy named Akuma, which I assume is probably a demon, because a lot of times that's what that word means. I can't help but think about Miraculous every time I hear it, though. I like to imagine it's just just him being grumpy and attacked by a butterfly. But I was looking at a picture of him, and he looks more like a slightly more human Ganondorf. And I guess he creates an evil version of Ken and Ryu, because, you gotta have the good with the bad, or else what's the point? But he decides that he's got to defeat this evil version of himself to become his best self, or something along those lines. His design has stayed the same for decades, pretty much. They really like the traditional Japanese karate gi, which is, you know, it works. It's very iconic. It's been probably inspiring for a lot of things. Mainly the thing that comes to my mind is a certain Gravity Falls episode called Fight Fighters, which is a very creative name for a video game. And we get what is essentially generic Street Fighter man, Rumble McSkirmish. And he's got the cliche karate pants and is overly buff for no reason. And the entire goal of him was to defeat an enemy because they killed his father. Which, I don't know if Ryu ever seeks vengeance for his father, but I do know that he is an orphan. I really like the series Gravity Falls growing up. I enjoyed all the different references that came about from it, even though some of the things did not exist when it was made. Like the reference to oh, I almost called it Madoka Magica, but that's not right. I was thinking about Doki Doki Literature Club and Giffany, as well as the reference to FNAF, but I think it came before FNAF, so... Huh? Both came before the... Oh, okay. That episode came out before both of them, so I guess it was predicting the future of mascot horror and sentient girlfriends who want you in video game world in real life. That didn't make sense as a sentence, but you knew what I meant, okay? I still enjoy that show, and I feel like there's always something new to figure out with it along the way. And I hope you guys have been enjoying this series. I can't believe we're almost finished with it. We got like 4 characters left. Maybe we should do like a daunting countdown for the last 4, like a Matt Patsa final episodes. No! The editor says no, which is also my husband, but that's beside the point. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Of course, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!